I was in the bathroom, answering a video call from my husband checking up on me, but before I could say much I suddenly changed my expression and hung up in a panic. It turned out my black boss, who I was secretly dating, had walked into the bathroom, and I instantly felt a chill, because I wasn't sure if my husband had just seen this scene. For safety's sake I quickly asked my boss to drive me back, but unexpectedly halfway through the drive my husband called again out of concern. To prevent things from being exposed I hung up without saying a word, but little did I know this decision would bring me a catastrophic disaster. Soon we arrived at a convenience store at a gas station, as I was planning to buy some coffee to perk up. But at this moment I was horrified to discover that the huge convenience store didn't have a single employee. With no choice I had to put the cash on the counter, but just then I inadvertently discovered bloodstains on the shelves, which instantly made me realize something was terribly wrong, so I quickly turned to leave this dangerous place. The next second I was shot, and seeing my hand covered in blood, I was instantly scared and didn't know what to do. Before I could react, another bullet came shooting at me, and only then did I realize someone wanted to kill me. To survive, I quickly shouted loudly to my boss outside, but he was listening to music in the car and didn't notice the convenience store was under gunfire. Since I wasn't sure where exactly the killer was, I had to tear my clothes to simply bandage the wound. After treating the wound, I wanted to poke my head out to see what was happening outside, but I almost got my head blown off by a bullet. To call for help I wanted to crawl over to pick up my phone, but the killer's marksmanship was very accurate and shattered my phone with one shot. So I had to hide behind the shelves to avoid him. Just as I was sitting on the ground not knowing what to do, a man's voice suddenly came from the cash register area. It turned out this voice came from the walkie-talkie on the table, asking if there was anyone in the supermarket. At this moment I felt like I saw a lifeline, but I didn't dare run over to get the walkie-talkie. To distract the killer's attention, I directly took 2 bags of chips from the shelf and threw them into the air, which allowed me to successfully get the walkie-talkie. I hoped the man could help me call the police because I was under gunfire at a gas station. At this moment I thought I was saved, but unexpectedly my black boss outside suddenly walked into the convenience store. At this moment he had no idea what was happening here and was shot and sent to heaven, killed by the sudden bullet. Can you guess who the killer is?